It's so too bad, but that's life. Bye. And we're back, I think. Welcome to Circus Harmony's Up in the Air live stream, otherwise known as Jessica's total techno peasantry fail every time. But welcome, I'm glad you're here. And we're going to talk a little bit about Circus Harmony. If you haven't seen the news, City Museums announced its grand reopening on June 17th. So you should check it out on their website, citymuseum.org. All the directions are there, and we hope you can come and visit us live. Right now, Circus Harmony is live on the live stream. So we have a lot in store for you today. We have our act of the day is Sean Petric, and Elliana Grace is our class of the day. You might have seen Elliana Grace's one-woman show, Humor, Hoops, and Heartbreak, which is presented in the circus ring that we have at City Museum. I do want to do a little piece of Circus Harmony history, because usually this is when our St. Louis Arches troupe and much of St. Louis would be at Circus Flora under the big top on Grand and Washington. Sadly, Circus Flora, like so many other companies, are delaying their season till 2021, but you can still have the St. Louis Arches come to you. We are doing shows now via Zoom, and we're also doing outside socially distanced shows. We just had a fabulous circus parade at the Gatesworth at 1 McKnight Place, and we would love to entertain you. So if you want the circus to come to you, you can bring the big top under your rooftop, or better yet, out in some big open area, or under your rooftop via Zoom, and just contact us on our website at circusharmony.org. I am now going to see if I have been able to manage this, and if I can bring in our guest class of the day, circus coach, performer, and former St. Louis Arch, former Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey human cannonball, the youngest ever female cannonball, first Jewish cannonball that we know of in the entire world, and an incredible teacher and performer, to talk about just one of the classes that she teaches. So if I did things right, there's Miss Elliana.
Hi.
Welcome, Elliana, to the Circus Harmony Up in the Air live stream, which I haven't even checked, but I hope is live streaming to City Museum's Facebook page.
I was just on it, so it is working. Yay!
Yay! None of the technology that I had hoped to have work with it was working, but at least there's this.
Wow.
So if you've looked at Circus Harmony's Facebook page or Twitter or Instagram, I posted the video of your 2020 by 20 by 20 by 20 class.
Yeah, well, the time lapse. It's not the whole video.
Exactly. Do you want to talk a little bit about that class?
Sure. Hi, guys. Again, my name is Elliana, and I am one of the coaches down at Circus Harmony. I have been for a little over 10 years now. And the class that I've been offering throughout quarantine and throughout this pandemic that we've been doing online is called a 20-20-20. It's 20 exercises in about 20 minutes. So it's a nice quick workout, get your heart rate up, get you moving. That doesn't take too long because we want to keep it underneath half an hour so that you can do it during your lunch break, or if you want to just take a minute instead of sitting at the computer and hunched over typing. So we do different things each day. We do full body workouts. I do legs, I do core, I do arms, just kind of mix it up and make sure it's not boring. And it's mostly all body weight work. We do some stuff with backpacks and weighted that way, but no like equipment, like you don't need gym equipment to be doing it. So it's good fun. I'm doing one tonight at 7. You can go to Circus Harmony and sign up for those classes. I do them every day at different times, so go ahead and check out that schedule and find one that works for you.
And you should say again that it's for multiple ages. What's the youngest person you've ever had in the class?
Youngest, I believe, is 5. Oldest, I believe, is 60 something.
60, would that be me?
Yeah.
You're being so kind. Yeah. So if I can do it, any of you can do it, and you can also modify the exercises.
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to make it really accessible so that anyone can do it. And yeah, modification, you can do less, you can do more. But it's really just to get everybody moving, because I think everybody's sitting a lot, myself included. So it's great fun.
And while you're on the website, check out our other classes for teens and adults. Elliana teaches some. We're now offering gyrokinesis, which, if you don't know what it is, it's a really good way to get more flexible and stronger no matter where you are at physically. We have ballet, juggling, unicycling, and of course our camps. And Elliana is one of our main camp teachers. We're taking registrations now for all of those and much more at circusharmony.org. I'd also like to direct you to Elliana's own website, which is elliana-grace.com, where you can see lots of video of her work until you can see it live.
Yeah.
Did you want to demonstrate any of the exercises, or you're going to let the time lapse speak for itself?
I think that if you guys come and join me, it's there's nothing crazy, so not much to show, but it is a great workout and we have loads of fun. And yeah, definitely check it out if you're looking for something that's short and sweet and to the point, and all online, which is awesome. And again, there's so many classes to choose from, so if my 2020 doesn't sound like fun, there's definitely something up there for you.
Well, thank you very much for coming on, and hope you have some extra people in your class tonight. When you register for class, you should know that you will be sent the link half an hour before the class. So you could register now and still be active by 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
And Georgie often makes a special guest appearance in her classes.
Yeah, Georgie here likes to keep, she really just wants me to throw her toy. But yeah, come join me at 7 and tomorrow at 11:30. So I'm here all the time.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. So speaking of Georgie, Georgie's best friend is the marvelous Miss Maple, who you've seen at City Museum in the Circus Harmony Ring. If you've been to our live stream, you've seen her here. And today we're voting on which should be her trick of the day. Your choices are bring me the coffee, because I think that's important, or crawl, because we are crawling through some of our days here, or the triple roll of doom. That's when I would have sound effects if I knew how to do sound effects. So you can vote online on the City Museum Facebook page where you're watching us for crawling, bringing coffee, or the triple roll of doom. So something else that I'd like to direct your attention to, we do hope that you're following Circus Harmony on Facebook, as well as Twitter and Instagram. And yesterday I was really thrilled to share a video from one of our alumni, Kyron Walton, and I hope you will go take a look at that. You can keep up with all the news, breaking and otherwise, and I know there's an awful lot of breaking news, but there's a lot happening in the world right now. Circus Harmony has always been a place where everybody could come and work together. But I'm especially honored also that, you can see this on our Facebook page, the Montreal-based circus company, the Sept Deut de la Main, which I've totally mispronounced that, but 7 Fingers, is doing a fundraiser all this month, and 10% of everything they raise will go to Circus Harmony to help us continue to be including children from all different backgrounds and neighborhoods to take classes with us. And we've had 4 of our alumni have toured with the 7 Fingers company. And one of my favorite acts of all time was a show called Cuisine and Confessions. It featured our alumni Cindy King Bateman and Melvin Diggs. And it was a hoop diving act, which hoop diving is diving, somersaulting, flipping, doing tricks through hoops. And they created that when they were at the National Circus School of Montreal, which coincidentally is where Kyron is studying now. And don't forget to go watch his video. And it was symbolic of all the hoops and doors they had to go through to leave St. Louis and get to circus school. And the narrative, the music for the act was actually not music. It was an interview done with Sydney and Melvin in the summer of 2014 before Michael Brown was killed in Ferguson, and talked about them growing up in St. Louis and waiting to be the next Black teen killed or arrested. It was an incredibly moving act. The whole show was full of really phenomenal life stories of all the participants. And watch Seven Fingers in our page for an announcement about that show, Cuisine and Confessions. But it's a photo from that act that Seven Fingers is using to promote the fact that they'll be donating to Circus Harmony. We're also in the middle of our spring appeal. I know there are many, many, many more important places that need your donations, and I hope you have done your research and put your money where your heart is. If you have any left over, we could use it too. Circusharmony.org for all the information. Also our Facebook page for videos and photos of all our performers. And Melvin Diggs is going to be on an upcoming panel on Circus Talk. Circustalk.com is an incredible website for people who are in or who love circus. And Melvin is serving in a panel on race and circus. It's being moderated by the amazing, marvelous, very, very wonderful ringmaster Jonathan Lee Iverson. Noelia Koba is also on it, and we posted her video about race and circus. So if you go to circustalk.com, you can see information about that. Don't forget, you should be voting for the Maple Trick of the Day. I know it's really hard while we're dealing with a pandemic that half the country seems to be ignoring, and we're dealing with this other virus of racial injustice, which has been going on for much longer than the pandemic. But I hope that you feel there is still a little room in your life for joy. And sometimes it is in that little space of joy that you can connect with other people, and remember that we really all have much more in common than we do different, but we are certainly not all treated the same. So I hope you're being informed. There are so many ways. I'm not going to tell you how, but it's certainly out there. Right now, one of those little joy breaks, I'm going to bring in our act of the day. He is a 3-time finalist with the St. Louis Teen Talent Competition presented by the Fox Performing Arts Charitable Foundation. They are taking it online this year, the finale, and this young man, Sean Petric, is in it, along with our Midnight Rose duo, who do a contortion aerial act. So if you follow Fox Performing Arts Charitable Foundation and also us, we'll tell you more about the online Teen Talent Competition when they decide how they're going to be presenting and promoting it. For right now, I'm going to bring you the joyful juggling of Mr. Sean Petric, who we're bringing in here now. Sean is also available to book for your Zoom or live, but outside socially distant shows. You have something else on, Sean, that needs to be turned off, because there's feedback from wherever you are. It could be if you have Facebook on, because you seem to be experiencing the exciting 11-second delay, which is Facebook Live via Zoom. So Sean is one of our advanced students. He is, of course, a juggler.
Is that better?
Yes, you can take juggling with us. Did you want to just get to it? It seems like you're ready to go.
Yep, I'm all ready.
All right, a little music and we bring you the sensational Sean. Give it up for Sean Petric and the Sean Show. Sean, do you want to talk a little bit about how long you've been juggling?
I have been juggling now for about, can't remember, 4 or 5 years. And it's just so much fun. Everybody should try it.
And we have juggling class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 o'clock. circusharmony.org to sign up. Sean also does magic, so if you book Sean to do a Zoom or socially distanced show, you can get juggling and magic. So thank you very much. Give it up one more time for Sean.
Thank you, guys.
So this is a circus live stream up in the air because we are always up in the air. The whole world seems up in the air. And although I'm talking about circus and joy, I don't think that anybody can do anything these days without also talking about racism. Yes, even in circus, even in youth circus, if we don't say it out loud, if we don't talk about it, then we're not going to be able to change it. If you were following us on Facebook, my father, Nat Hentoff, when I was 10 years old, came to me and told me he was going to Selma to be with Martin Luther King to cover the march there. And he told me that because he said, I want you to know that it's very dangerous and I might die, but it's so important that I have to go. And he wanted me to know that. So here we are, 54 years later, and we are still marching, and it is still dangerous. And people are going out there knowing that there is coronavirus and knowing how dangerous these protests can become, not because of the people who are protesting, but it is still that important. And we have to talk about it. We have to take action about it. And Circus Harmony stands fully behind it. I was thrilled to see so many of our students and coaches Sunday were down at City Hall in the police station. So everybody, you can fight it in your own way. You can talk about it in your own way, but you can't just do nothing. That, in my opinion, is part of what the problem has been. So I know that was a little heavy, but this is where we are right now. And if we don't find a cure for these two viruses, and it's up to all of us to find a cure for the virus of racism. So I want to say again, thank you for tuning in every Tuesday at 4. My understanding is we're going to keep doing these live streams, and I'll bring you a little piece of Circus Harmony history every day. We'll bring you an act of the day and a class of the day. Super excited about the camps. This is the first time we've ever tried them on Zoom. Kudos to my coaches. Kudos to our students. They actually did a final show, which is very hard. And our advanced students are working on a show about mental health and the pandemic and the world we're living in today. So we should have more news on that as we go through the summer. Right now, I've been watching for voting, and there were other places where people could have voted on Instagram and Twitter and different Facebook pages. And right now, although crawling was crawling up there, nobody cares about her bringing me coffee. That's okay. I make sure she does that every day. But it seems that the triple roll of doom is the winner for the act of the day. I do want to take a moment and do a shout out to the people who are watching. Thank you, Tara. And Polly is one of our young jugglers at the beginning of quarantine. We all, as sad and maddening as the world is now, I think we all also need to laugh. And Polly's video, juggling toilet paper in slow motion, was one of the things that really made me laugh. I'll also say that while we're all stuck at home, I've been connecting with some old friends, like there's somebody watching, Lee, you know who you are, who I've known since I was 6 years old. And I think this is what we have to do now, is connect with other people however and wherever we can. Stay connected, even if you can't touch each other. And for those who are wondering how we're doing circus without touching each other, stay tuned or book us for a show. Or circus is made up of a lot of different genres, so there's still a lot we can do. And we have classes for ages 3 and up. We have classes, we have a clowning class that meets on Saturday. All ages can take that, the same with our hula hoop class. And we have a class for our itty bitties, our preschoolers. There's a class there with Miss Denisha, who's amazing. So I hope you will sign up for class, book a show, follow us on Facebook. Don't forget, City Museum is opening. Check that out on their website, which is citymuseum.com. Don't forget to watch the panel on Circus and Race on circustalk.com. And we hope you will continue to follow us. But now, Miss Maple, are you ready? I also want to point out that Miss Maple is wearing her new dress. Thank you, Leah Bailey, with the Circus Harmony logo on the back. So this is the awkward moment where I have to move this so that you can see Maple. I think that should work. All right, Miss Maple, the request is for your, let's move your house a little bit. The request, Miss Maple, is for your triple roll of doom. Could you warm up? Warm up, a little stretching is always good. Very nice, Maple. All right, come over here. I know it's very hard because of the computer and we're doing it in the living room, but that's the way it is. Okay, Miss Maple. I think people can still see you. Down. Nope, then you're too low. Oh, thank you, sweet and patient audience, for your patience. Maple down. Down. Triple roll of doom. And 1. And 2. Nope, she needed her drum roll. Drum roll, please. Down. And 1. And 2. And 3. Nope, you're off camera. Come back, come back, come back. I know, you got to do it again. They're still doing the drum roll. Ready, down. 1. 2. Stay on camera, stay on camera, stay on camera. And down. They're waiting. 3. Don't you love when you have your children come to perform, or your dogs, in the living room for the company, and it doesn't work? Down, Maple. This is your best trick, silly girl. Down. Ready. 1. Come on. 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. And come here for the third. Big finale. 3. Give it up. 4. Miss Maple. Maple, I think you still have to stay at home. Go home. Go home. Maple. Sorry about that. We just couldn't quite fit it all in the space. So thank you for tuning in to this Circus Harmony Up in the Air live stream on City Museum's Facebook page. Don't forget they're opening their big grand reopening on June 17th. Go out and do the right thing. And thanks for letting us make your day a circus day. Bye.